Hello everyone, welcome to my channel The Colors of Mathematics. In this video we will be solving problem related to profit and loss. So let's start. On selling an article for rupees 1500, the shopkeeper lost 25%. To what price should he have sold it to gain 10%? Now, whenever we buy an article, we buy it at some cost. So which is known as the CP. We may incur a loss. That means we may sell it at a lesser price. If we incur a loss, then we may sell it at a lesser price. And if we incur a profit, we sell it at a higher price. That means the selling price can be less than or greater than the cost price. Now here we have been told that the shopkeeper lost 25%. Now let's see if this was the CP. Let's say this is the CP. We don't know how much is the CP. So let's assume it to be X. And we have been told that he lost 25%. So from your prior knowledge, or you can recollect the knowledge that 25% means 25 by 100, which means 1/4. That means he lost 1/4 of the amount. So if we divide the CP into 4 equal parts, he lost this much amount. This much amount is 25%. So now as per the question, these 3 parts are equal to rupees 1500 because this is the SP. Because the whole amount was the CP and he lost 25%. So he is left with the CP, so SP. So he sold article at rupees 1500. So now we can say if 3 parts represent 1500, rupees 1500. So how much is 1 part? 1 part should be equal to 1500 divided by 3, which is 500. So this tells us that each part is 500. Now CP is made up of how many parts? It's made up of 4 parts. The cost price, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So each part is of 500. So CP should be 4 times 500, which is rupees 2000. So now once we get the CP, now the next part of the question says at what price should he have sold it to gain 10%? Now we know the CP. Again, let's draw a diagram. CP is how much? Rupees 2000. Now we want to sell it at a gain of 10%. Now 10%, again let's recollect. What is 10% exactly? 10% is 10 by 100, which means 1/10. That means if I increase CP by 1/10, I will get the SP. Now let's divide CP into 10 equal parts. You can see that I have divided the CP into 10 equal parts. Now I have to increase the CP by exactly 1 more part. So when I increase the CP by 1/10, this means I have increased it by 10%. All these parts represent 10%. So I have increased it by 10%. Now my CP is of this much is my SP, and this is the CP. 2000 is the CP and SP is this whole 11 parts. Now we can clearly see that 10 parts, which was the CP we divided into 10 equal parts, is equal to rupees 2000. So 1 part should be equal to 2000 divided by 10, that should be 200. So 1 part is equal to rupees 200. Now SP is made up of 11 parts. We can see we added 1 extra part to increase it by 10%. So now we also know the value of 1 part. So it should be 11 into 200, which is equal to 2200. So we should sell it at 2200 to get a profit of 10%. I hope it is clear. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.